Yo, 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 yo. What's good? 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 I am slightly behind because I am on the USA broadcast directly from the computers. So it is not as updated as it was on Netflix. And for whatever reason, I cannot get it on the international Netflix for whatever reason. So nonetheless, we will be watching Raw. I said Raw. SmackDown slightly delayed, but that's neither here nor there. What's going on with y'all? Hopefully y'all been having yourselves a very, very magnificent Friday. I just picked up my bib for the marathon this Sunday. Looking forward to that. Nick Aldis in the middle of the ring addressing what transpired last week. And I guess Nick Aldis will be very upset about catching that RKO last week. Now, I'm hoping that we see a situation where it's Nick Aldis and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I would love to see that. Message on Discord? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go check it out. All right. Let me see. Oh, I see you just. Oh, you switched to ExpressVPN? Oh, okay. All right, bet. Oh, God, damn. Okay. Hopefully you ain't switch it just for me, but let me see if I could get that. Man, I got to appreciate the community, man. Big Fat Paulie, I appreciate you immensely, man. Sargent Pateno said, what's going on, Chiseled? Am I doing all right tonight? Also, what are my predictions for WrestleMania? Also, you hope they bring up how Randy paid Aldis $10,000 instead of $5,000 for next time. Oh, my. Well, that's interesting. But my predictions on WrestleMania, I think we can keep that for next week. We'll hold it for next week, Friday. Let me try to get downloaded and signed in. Shout out to Big Fat Paulie holding it down with the VPN. All right. First off, look at that blazer on Nick Aldis. But he got that look in his eye. Nick Aldis got that look in his eye. He said, I'm not taking no chances. He not taking no chances. All right, hold on. Wait, I'm almost there. I am almost there to the on time. I can tell by the look in your eyes, Nick, that you took last week. Aldis versus Randy, Magnus versus Orton. Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
All right, here we go.
Olivia 6320 just resubscribed for 19 months.
We'll
Pika's Party Fetchy Siren Fetchy Siren Fetchy Siren.
Let's see here. WWE, there's SmackDown. Yeah, let me just add these to my list so that way it's that much faster. And we are on time. There we go. Big Fat Paulie, you're a lifesaver. Big Fat Paulie, you're a lifesaver. Big Fat Paulie, you're a lifesaver. We're here.
This is a very important WrestleMania for me. This will be my 20th time competing at WrestleMania.
Hold on, 20? 20 WrestleMania matches for Randy Orton? Good God. He's only missed 3 WrestleManias since debuting? P1 Gabe in the building. You always here for WrestleMania season. You always here for WrestleMania season. Wait for predictions because WrestleMania King is back. Remember that year you went, what was it, 13-1? 13-0? It escapes me. H. Griff, what's good? Yeah, it's Gramp status, bro. Come on, Aldis, take off the suit. We want to see Nick. We want to see Magnus in the ring.
I don't need your money. I need your respect.
Oh, they say they screaming for the RKO. They screaming for the RKO. Red said it. Severed tasted pussy in the pale moonlight. Sir, what's on your mind, sir? What's on your mind? NWA Aldis versus Crazy Randy.
Next week at WrestleMania 41, then I can't promise that I will apologize to Mickey James.
Whoa. Son mentioned Mickey James. Hold on. He mentioned Nick Aldis' wife. Solo Sikoa. What the hell is Solo coming out here for? We don't love you, Solo. 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 You have no business being here for this segment. Get Solo Sikoa the hell up out of here. We do not need to see Solo Sikoa in this segment. We want Nick Aldis and Randy Orton. We don't want Solo Sikoa and goddamn Randy Orton.
Stop embarrassing himself. Okay? Don't nobody want to hear you cry, Randy. Oh, I'm not going to WrestleMania. Oh, I don't have a match. Oh, who gives a crap?
You don't got a match either, Solo. You ain't never had a match on WrestleMania.
Do you know why? Because you're in the past.
Nick and Randy versus Solo and Tama. Wouldn't that be wild?
It's going to end up in the same boat as you in the past. Because at WrestleMania, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu is walking out as the new United States champion. And you, Randy, will be sitting at home.
Love just got off of work. What's going on? Happy Friday to you as well.
That's funny. That's really funny. You know what I think's even funnier? The fact that you had the balls.
All right.
And you too.
What the Buck just came in the building and said, so nobody gonna put people onto the link. Fam, you just dropped in. You just dropped in. You need the link. Oh, how many people need the link? Who need the link? Hold on, wait a minute.
Congratulations! Oh,
Caught. Oh, I'm tripping.
oh my God.
Elosu18 just resubscribed for 19 months.
I love the fact that Randy Orton is acknowledging these voices in his head and the song. Like at this point, it's part of the gimmick. It's part of the gimmick now. What the ball? Oh, you was in here? Shit, I ain't see it. Don't start spamming though, but I got you. I got you. Ted Wilson said you got married on the 14th. Hey, congratulations, Ted Wilson. Now, hold on, wait a minute. You've been suspect in the chat for years, and you mean to tell me you was over here cuffed up left and right? You just suspect in the chat for the lulz? Is that what it's the lulz? Is that what they call it? LA Knight. What's going on right now? LA Knight storming the ring. Randy Orton catching the boots in the corner. And here comes the United States champion. LA, I gotta appreciate the fact that LA Knight is committed to wearing Timberlands, bro. I love the fact that LA Knight's committed to wearing Timberlands. Every single time we happen to see LA Knight, it's either wrestling boots or that man got some goddamn Timberlands on. The Usos be pulling up with all kinds of sneakers. LA Knight said if it ain't Timberlands, it's got to be my wrestling boots. And if ain't either of them, I'm barefoot like Rusev / Miro. Oh, LA Knight said, I want a tag team match tonight.
I hope your boy Jacob's watching, because what I just did is I took my
Jaden, put 5 on it. Said, since we on the topic, what's Randy's best Mania match? Randy's best Mania match? You got Randy. Randy Rollins had probably the best climax.
So what I'm saying is if you two can't get it, I'm saying if you got enough tingle in your loins, a little
Orton Undertaker's up there, but I don't want to rank that number 1 just yet. Orton Punk cooked. That was a great match. But would I put Orton Punk over Orton Taker? No. Rollins, Orton, again, like I said, that had the best finish. But Orton Taker was up there. But I don't. Orton Edge, but that had no fans. The triple threat match, not Angle and Ray, but with Bryan and Batista, that was cool as well.
Gotcha, bitch.
Fruits 2 is now following.
Orton Foley wasn't at WrestleMania. That was at Backlash. Or was that? Yeah, when they wrestled at Mania, it was a tag team match. If I remember, that was WrestleMania 20. It was Rock and Sock versus Evolution. If I remember correctly, that was 3-on-2. Orton Triple H was weak. WrestleMania 25 was cool, but it needed a stipulation. It was weak. Him, Cena, Triple H, at what was that, 24? You know what? You know what? I'm going to go Orton and Taker. I think that was his best one. Orton and Taker. And that's not a knock on him. That's not a knock on Orton, but he's had some good matches. I would say his top 3, Orton Taker, Orton Rollins, Orton Punk. I think those are his top 3. I think those are his top 3. 25, his match with Triple H was probably his best build. That was probably his best build. Yeah, Big Fat Paulie, exactly. Not only did it not have a stipulation, it followed Taker HBK, which was completely unfair. Oh, by the way, for those who don't know the story of Orton and Taker for WrestleMania 21, and not the build to the match, but what happened surrounding the match and the immaturity of Randy Orton, bruh, go and watch. I think it was it WWE Rivals? No. It was they were doing a doc on, I think it was A&E. And I think it's on Orton, and they were talking about how immature he was, inducting his father into the Hall of Fame. This motherfucker was drunk and couldn't remember, I shouldn't say couldn't remember a speech, couldn't put together a speech, didn't show up to rehearsal and walk through. Like, it was Untold. There was WWE Untold. It is spectacular to see what not only nepotism can get you, but also how well talented and skilled you are, how much leverage that can give you. If it was, I would argue 90%, maybe even 95 really, percent of wrestlers who did what Orton did, they out the company, bruh. They out the company. You do your match, you get squashed like Ultimate Warrior did to Triple H at WrestleMania 12, or I should say Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and that's all she wrote. You out the company, and you got to go and run the independent circuit. It'd have been a wrap for Son. WWE Evil, yeah, maybe that or Untold, but I think it was Untold that was on. I think WWE Evil might have been on Peacock. I think Untold was what was on A&E, but. No, I don't know if it was on A&E. I think that might have been a Peacock thing. I don't know. Whatever the case is, somebody will find it. Untold, Evil, whatever the case may be, somebody will find it. Oh, right. Or like Sting and Jeff Hardy. Exactly. 9, the deep one. Put 2 on, said undisputed UFL champs playing on Fox right now. Oh, really? Well, how interesting is that? It's a 3-time champion, Birmingham. Stallions. Good for them boys. Absolutely dominating. I hope another one of them guys get a chance in the NFL. Because I'm sure a number of them has ended up on a roster. But hopefully they can, mess around and spread around the league because more opportunities is out there. Matt said top 2 heels of WrestleMania of all time. One male, one female. Top 2 heels of WrestleMania of all time? That's a confusing question. You mean like the greatest bad guys in WrestleMania history? I mean, but that's a little, I'm a little confused about the question. Bro, Pat McAfee sold out a stadium just for a showcase, bro. If that's not a testament to staying true to yourself and taking a bet on your dreams, bro, I'm happy for that man. I'm ecstatic for that man. Sergeant for 5-1 said the leadoff from talking about Taker, best Undertaker match when he was on his streak. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25. And truly, you know what's crazy? Undertaker's match with Mark Henry at WrestleMania 22 wasn't bad. It was an average match, and it was a casket match. But if Eddie Guerrero hadn't died, and I know if Eddie never died, it was most likely going to be him and Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 22. But that opens the door for us to get the match at No Way Out, most likely at WrestleMania, because we should have had Undertaker Kurt Angle. That match at No Way Out, bro, it is truly one of the greatest matches of all time. One of the greatest matches of all time. We should have got Undertaker and Angle. And that streak from 21 to 29, nobody would be able to touch it. But really, it's 23 to 29. No knock on Mark Henry, because Mark Henry was a menace, and I thoroughly enjoyed the match. But people don't give it the respect. And furthermore, I wouldn't put it in the same class as 21 with Orton and then with 23 with Batista all the way up until his match with CM Punk. Because Undertaker was absolutely cooking. Top 3 dream matches we never got. Shawn Michaels and The Rock, Undertaker, Sting. I would say Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan. I know how we all feel about Hogan, but can't deny the star power that he had, ultimately through WCW. And by the way, there's a Triple B who's heading to the ring right now, and it's not Big Baller Brand. Oh, no. It's something else that's big, and she may be a baller. You saw her play in the goddamn celebrity game. It's damn, look at Big Booty Bailey, 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 big Booty Baby. There's control. Big Booty Bailey, 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 big Booty Bailey. But PFC, they're still a thing. The stud line is still a thing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, get your scissors. Get your scissors. It's the stud line, ladies and gentlemen. It's the stud line, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the scissors in the chat? Get your scissors in the chat. It's the stud line, ladies and gentlemen. It's the stud line. It's the stud line, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the stud line. I thought they was gone, but evidently it was just Sonya Deville. By the way, now they can finally go and push these women, because to be quite honest with you, of the 3, Sonya Deville was the weakest, but that's neither here nor there. That's a different conversation for another day. I actually like what Zoe Stark can do in the ring. I've always loved what Shayna Baszler can do. But it's the stud line, ladies and gentlemen. Go get your goddamn scissors. It's the stud line. It's the stud line. It's the stud line. Where are the studs? Where are the studs, strap-ons? Where are the studs? Where are the studs, strap-ons? Zoe is married to a man, shockingly, but she's still a stud. Got the strap all in her pants. The stud line, hey, the stud line, hey, the stud line, hey, the stud line. All right. It's the stud line. Shayna Baszler just said, I'm going to wrestle in whatever the fuck I was wearing in the rental car.
Well, you've been in this situation in your career of being early on in a gauntlet.
Yeah, that's right. And the worst aspect of these is success just leads
Zoe in the house.
to one opponent.
Zoe in the house. It's the stud line. JD put 5 on and said, if the 4 horsewomen wrestled in a 4-way right now, who goes over? If the 4 women wrestled in a 4-way right now, who goes over? To be honest with you, because of the current booking, at least in AEW, it would be Mercedes. But if it's Triple H who's booking it, it's probably Becky. It's Becky and Bayley's taking the pin. Because I've always said, and believe it or not, as time has continued to progress, as much as I love Charlotte's moments in the ring, bro, Becky was, it's always been Mercedes, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley for me. But bro, Charlotte might just get leaped by Becky, bro, because really going through, if I understand the booking of having Shorty at the top, but bro, she really ain't do too much to put folks over and shit. I might just have to whoop. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the tail end of their careers, I put Bayley over Charlotte. Charlotte ended up going to last for me. No, I loved Becky 2 belts. The only problem was, if you take a look at Becky's real run, you got like 4 years because you have the ascension of everything in late 2018 from prior to Survivor Series into the Becky 2 belts all the way through to when she got pregnant during the pandemic. She makes her return, then the big time Bex, and that's pretty much it. So in totality of it all, and if you take into account prior to that, she was the worst of the 3, unfortunately. Charlotte was constantly booked at the top, so she had the strongest resume. Sasha had the best matches, in my opinion, but then Sasha's also got the most botches of the group. So despite putting on the best matches, in my opinion, she's also a bit the most reckless as well. But one way or another, you can't go wrong with either of the 4 women. No, Cheryl, I put Charlotte over Becky simply because of the totality of the run from NXT all the way up until now. Charlotte's been consistent. Now, granted, I think on the mic, Becky clears her. I think she clears her. Charlotte's only great in the, good Lord, stud line already lost. Charlotte's good on the mic when she's essentially over, powering her or her opponent who probably can't speak that much. But when it's somebody who can speak, oh Lord, the grandma coming out here. Charlotte gets cooked. But you truly can't go wrong with either of them. Stud line done lost. The stud line is out. Oh my Lord, get Natalya out of here, bro. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Natalya needs to get up out of here, bro. Shorty is still wrestling, and she's unable to elicit a pop from the crowd. It's time for her to just be a damn producer, bro. Get Natalya out of here. Every WrestleMania Randy Orton missed, he was out due to injury. Well, yeah, I would assume so, because he'd be booked. I am so sick of Natty, bruh. I'm so sick of Natty, bruh. Looked Puppet said, would I make a video about the Minecraft movie drama? I know nothing about that. I'm not even heavily into Minecraft. I can't even say heavily. I'm not into Minecraft. I think I played it one time in 2007? Or what was, no, matter of fact, no, that was RuneScape. I don't know if Minecraft was around. What was the thing that was on the computer when you used to press and then you get like the X and then you press, I don't know, I can't remember what that was. Like you'd press some and then they'd have a number inside, and you press another one, then there'd be a number, but then if you fuck up, there'd be an X. Oh, that was Minesweeper. Yeah, so I don't know anything about Minecraft. That was Minesweeper. So I don't know anything about Minecraft. You see, if there's one thing about me that you can get, I'm not going to be a motherfucker who just talk out their ass and bullshit as if I know something about some shit that I know nothing about. I will say, hey, if this is what it is, this is what I'm referencing. If that ain't what it is, that ain't what it is. I'm not going to be one of, yeah, man, yeah, I remember playing that back in the day. And listen, I ain't going to be that person. Try to get views off some shit that I don't know nothing about. I ain't going to be that guy. People throwing popcorn in the theaters. Someone even snuck a chicken into the theater. I've done that before. I don't know about an actual chicken. Now, if they snuck in actual chickens, I can't do nothing about that. But I've taken, if you've never taken food into actual chickens, oh my, that's crazy. That's crazy. They were throwing popcorn in the theaters and somebody snuck an actual chicken. Okay, all right. That's kind of crazy. By the way, Natty's in the ring right now, and the grandmother's going one-on-one with Bayley. Bro, it's radio silence right now, bro. Listen to the crowd. Oh, they starting to make some "Let's Go Bayley" sound. It was just incredibly silent just now. It was just incredibly silent. Oh, now they're making a little bit of noise for Lyra. They were making it. Nobody wants to see. Well, I don't want to say nobody because everybody's got a fan base. Top 3 female WrestleMania matches. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks. Actually, scratch that. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks. And then Sasha, Becky, Charlotte. Those would be my 3. Put Natty in the Hall of Fame already? Yeah, might as well, but don't put her in before Victoria. Don't put her in before Ivory. Don't put her in before Mickie James. If those 3 women don't go in, I don't want to see Natty in already. And why Natty got the, I guess it's because Maxine had the straps underneath the cheeks. I'll never forget when Total Divas had debuted. Asuka Charlotte would be 4 for me. I would never forget when Total Divas debuted, and then you saw Natty. Oh, damn, Random Trainer X is delayed on the stream. He just typed not Minesweeper. But, yeah, you off by about like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But when Total Divas debuted, and then you had Tyson Kidd watching a Daniel Bryan match, and Natty was dressed in not lingerie, but I guess her bra and panties, attempting to, I guess, seduce her husband. And this man was uninterested in what she had going on. Then she revealed to Nikki Bella that in the 14 years that she had been dating Tyson Kidd, they've only engaged in sexual acts, coitus, by way of the missionary position and nothing else. And Natty, the sex master, or I should say Nikki Bella, the sex master, said, oh no, you've got to indulge in these several different positions. Me and John. And take a look at the tour bus that John has. And he has a mirror on the ceiling so I can see myself. I'm like, all right, ma'am, you're getting a little bit too graphic. Shout out to Maxine for improving week after week. Yeah, she's definitely improved from where she started. She's got a long way to go, but she's definitely improved. I ain't going to be one of them people who going to shit on somebody who's actually made progress. She's going for a sharpshooter? Oh, there's no way Bayley doesn't counter this. Oh, she got her. Wow. I actually like this. The fact that somebody can get a pinfall as the tag team partner is standing there on the apron and doesn't even get a chance to go in. That's like a finish. You don't see pinfalls like that unless the tag team partner is turning heel or it's the 1980s or early 90s. Almost every single time you happen to, goddamn, that was a great goddamn pin cover right there from Katana Chance. But, or I should say Kaden Carter, my bad. Let's pretend on it. Said, am I going to make a video about Alex Ovechkin breaking the all-time goal scoring record in hockey and the grace of the previous record holder, Wayne Gretzky, congratulating him? Will I make a video about it? No, but I did watch the clip on X, and I am very happy for him. And big shout out to Wayne Gretzky for being there. He said, hey, when I broke the record previously, the previous record holder was in attendance, so it's only right that he's there, and he was there in person. So that's pretty cool. Oscar put 2 on and said, bro, you can see the cobwebs out of Natty's gear. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Natty tried to put Big E on her sister. Yeah, she did. And her sister is doing OnlyFans content. And Natty apparently joins her. Maybe not for the OnlyFans content, but different photos of sets. Because I don't think his sister's doing any sort of, you know, I don't want to say full frontal because that's a possibility. But I don't think she's doing any sort of actual sexual acts outside of just exploiting said body. But Natty gets in on it. Kaden Carter needs to move more. All right. That's, bro, the keg stand is such a cool move. Such a cool move. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. You can't go wrong with this. Yeah, I think Lyra and Bayley might just mess around. Well, then again, I can't see a situation where Bayley's not on Mania. Yup, got her. How many other tag teams are there? Yo, Liv staring so intently. Meechin and B-Fab, oh yeah, they about to get packed up. First off, why they do? Oh yeah, because we going to commercial. That's why they doing their whole entrance. Lyra and Bayley about to run the table. Unless Nia Jax and Candace pull up. Sucks that the women's tag division didn't get more love after Bianca and Naomi lost the titles. Well, I think Naomi and Bianca dropped the titles. Liv is somebody who can carry the division. The problem is you don't have legitimate tag teams with momentum. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance should have been running the fucking table when they were tag team champions. And they should have been booked prominently, similar to what they did with Bianca and Jade, and then again with Bianca and Naomi. Because Bianca's there, it elevates everything. Liv, who has been elevated based off her performance last year, because for me, Liv's 2024 was like Rhea's 2023. If people not respecting Liv amongst the top of the women's division, I don't know what WWE they watching. So now that she's there, I would hope that they can really book the women's tag team roster right. But the problem is you ain't got other legitimate tag teams. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter were off television for God knows how long. I think maybe somebody was nursing an injury or maybe they weren't being booked. Meechin was currently battling against Chelsea Green for the title. B-Fab just started wrestling singles matches a couple of months ago. They not no team. Natty just left the retirement, house. Maxine Dupree has been constantly escorting Otis and Tozawa to the ring and doing backstage segments. She ain't wrestling like that. PFC, this is the first time we've seen them since Sonya got fired. There's no real tag division. They just throwing shit. Exactly. They just throwing shit together. Junior put 5 on and said, what's good, bro? You popping in and out of the stream. You at your cousin's boxing fight in the Melrose Ballroom, but I had to be here. Well, for one, I appreciate you. And also, I noticed your channel, I wasn't subscribed on the main page, so I subscribed this morning. Shout out to you. Keep going, brother. Keep going. Cap Tate Sports said Kaden and Katana mad underrated. That's a fact. Sean Smith put 5 on and said Liv most definitely carried the women's division last year for sure. She was cooking. She was cooking. She came back from injury Although I would have liked if Chelsea had won the Battle Royal instead of Becky, because she would have been made for entertaining transitional champion. You could see how entertaining she is currently right now as a U.S. champ. But one way or another, Liv got her hands on that title and she fucking cooked. My only disappointment was the mere fact that she really didn't have any challenger outside of Rhea. There were so many different avenues they could have had Liv go as champion, but they fucking dragged out the Rhea story for 6 months, and it didn't need to be dragged out for 6 months. Well, pardon me, 5 months. No. Yeah, 5 months. 5 months. Because who else did she defend the title against, really? Small program with Zelina Vega. And then afterwards, who? Miscellaneous matches here and there, but nothing ever of substance. I got Dallas, said it's your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. All right, Tornado DDT. MLK said Bianca would be absolutely justified if she turns heels. She did nothing wrong to warrant the recent boos. Well, the thing is, I think people are overlooking just how popular Rhea Ripley is. EO, deservedly so, is getting the right reaction. She was a heel, so she wasn't getting those kinds of reaction because she was the bad guy and everybody was rooting for Bayley last year. But EO, deservedly, is getting all of the great reactions now. Bianca, people feel as if she's constantly being booked, as a champion or in the championship run, similar to Charlotte, which they would be correct because Bianca is like the female Gunther. She always, Bayley's going to pack her up. B-Fab's done. Bianca stayed with a championship around her waist or over her shoulder. I think she's been a champion maybe like 70% of her time on the main roster, right? So there's a percentage of people, oh wow, the Slagents are going to get an opportunity. There's a percentage of the fandom that feel as if Bianca's getting shoved down their throats. Rhea is heavily being shoved down people's throats, but Rhea is the most popular woman in the company. Rhea 2023, the whole mommy into 2024, bro, Rhea was moving merch like a motherfucker. People aren't ready to be over Rhea yet, despite the overbooking. Now, how does that end up becoming a booing situation for Bianca? I'm not sure, but I don't think it warrants her going and turning heel because of that. Now, that would be an angle, but I don't think it would work because you have Naomi who had turned heel, Jade who's currently in a beef with Naomi. If Bianca goes and becomes a bad guy, you know how WWE books their heels. It's not as if, okay, I'm a heel, I hate another heel. All of a sudden, now we buddy and shit. So they'll probably delay that joke.
Is now following.
But it's the Slagents in the ring with Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Now, I will say this much. I would love if the Slagents get the W here. I would love if the Slagents get the W here. George, the last Patriot in the building, put 5 on it. Said, this is super late, but Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, Ninja. Put your motherfucking head back down, you goddamn bum, and keep it down. P.S. You still jam out to his theme song. Yeah, he still got a great theme song. Unfucking matched. But, unfortunately, he's a ginormous asshole. Will Naomi turn heel? She's already heel, Midas. She's already heel. You missed the program for the past couple of weeks. Kayla in the building, what's going on? Said you and Brandon watching SmackDown live in Seattle. I'm glad that you still tuned into the stream despite being there. Michin needs a title run. Which title? Which title? Because I think I wouldn't mind if Michin became the women's United States champion, but I low-key, I would love if Chelsea Green held this title as long as humanly possible. I would love if Chelsea Green held this title as long as humanly possible. And to be honest with you, if Chelsea won Money in the Bank, I wouldn't even fucking complain. We wanted her to win last year. It was either Chelsea or it was Tiffany. I got Dallas said, did I give my thoughts on the Booker and Swerve situation? Yeah, I did. Swerve's a clown for how he carrying himself as of late. He's a clown for that. You can't have a main event match and then what you say, the go home, your final moment with the microphone was fuck Booker T. What's good with you, bro? Jaden put 2 on, said, in your opinion, who needs to turn heel or who needs to turn face? In what I mean Montez Ford, I think the Street Profits need to go and turn heel. But when the time comes, Montez should be somebody who goes and turns heel, but not anytime soon. As for who should turn face, I don't really see anybody who's a heel that I believe really needs to go and turn face at the moment. TKG said, what if Jade wins and then attempts to help Bianca, then Bianca turns on Jade because she was the one to attack Jade and screws Bianca out of the triple threat, setting up a heel Bianca? I don't think that'd make much sense because if Naomi's performance of saying, yeah, she did it, and how she sold it, it's foolish to believe Bianca was involved now. At that point, now they're trying to capitalize on the boos, and they're gonna force a storyline, and I wouldn't like it. Because if now it was Bianca who spearheaded the entire attack, what happens for Naomi? You put on the best promo of your career. You have the first women's singles match that doesn't involve the title in over 20 years. And now you're once again viewed as somebody's sidekick. You're once again Robin to Bianca's Batman. And once that's established, you might as well send Bianca and Naomi back to the tag division, right? Because they're buddy-buddy again. So might as well go get those titles. Yeah, Ciara, exactly. That discredits Naomi's entitled chain. The entire chain.
Now following.
TKG said, your fantasy booking out of reality. I get what you're saying. But that would just be a desperation attempt to try to capitalize on the booze. Will Smith said, what's my personal Mount Rushmore favorite title changes any promotion? Benoit, WrestleMania 20. Shit, man. I don't want to keep everything in that same era, but Benoit, WrestleMania 20. Eddie, No Way Out 2004. Jeff Hardy, Armageddon 2008. Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 40. That's just off the top of my head. I watched all 4 of those championship victories yesterday on the treadmill. And I still have to fight desperately to not get emotional watching Benoit win the title. I have nothing but joy watching Jeff and Cody get it, but something about Eddie and Benoit. Damn. Hold on, wait a minute. What's Lyra about to do? Oh, I was about to say, if Lyra hit her finishing move on Piper, bruh, Goldberg's win shouldn't have never been on Nitro. It should have been on the damn pay-per-view. Yeah, Game Hunter, exactly. Bianca not admitting to it in the moment killed the idea, 100%. All right, here comes Piper up top. Damn, Lyra got back up. It's clipped. Oh, yeah, Mankind Rock. Mankind Rock. Rock Backlash was cool as well. Oh, Lyra with a power bomb. Oh, Bayley's going up. Bayley's going up. It's time. You know what maneuver's coming. She about to drive it right through her sternum. Bayley, not quite from the heavens because she ain't got that vertical jump. But Bayley, from up top, dropped the favorite move of the chat room right through the Slajan. She hit her with a... I said she hit her with a... right between the breasts. On top of the nipple. Put her in misery. But somehow Shorty was able to kick out. Somehow she was able to kick out. Somehow Piper Niven was able to kick out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alba Fire off the top rope. Damn, she got Bayley down. Oh, whoa. I thought that was it. Lyra came flying in, and the match isn't over. I'll be damned. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. All right. All right. I am shocked. I thought that was it. Yeah, they baking. They baking now.
Gotcha, bitch. Dukek 101
Well, I should say
is
cooking
now
with grease. I
following.
don't know about baking with grease. Oh, now they exchanging blows. They exchanging blows. Top 10 overused finishers. Well, it's the super kick now because it's no longer a finisher for most. So much so to where you have to differentiate between the sweet chin music and the super kick. Oh, Piper didn't make it over the top rope. Piper didn't make it over the top rope. Oh, Piper fucked up. Piper fucked up. She didn't go over the top rope. Piper fucked up. She too damn big. Oh, Lyra's gonna fly. Did she? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, she's trying to powerbomb her outside the ring. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, oh, Piper with a huge powerbomb. Piper got huge powerbomb outside the ring. That's a big ass bitch. Oh, Lord. Alba Fire with the roll up. Not gonna work. Super kick right on Bayley. Alba Fire on top of Bayley. The 2 count again. Alba Fire looking to finish it right here. Counter by Bayley. Counter by Bayley. She's gonna tag in Lyra. Oh, Lyra didn't really get the official tag. I don't think Lyra got the official tag. Rose plant. Rose plant. Rose plant on Alba Fire. Rose plant on Alba Fire. Big drop kick from Lyra Valkyria. Slagents are finished. Lyra and Bayley run the table to go to WrestleMania. All right, what's going on with Nia? We didn't see Nia at all. No Nia? Is she injured? Is she just not getting booked? W match indeed. I'll be damned. I'm shocked. They actually ran the table. Nobody could have seen this coming. Yeah, W match. Nia's injured? Oh, well, there it is. Oh, she said she's not injured. Okay, so I guess they're just not booking her. They just not booking her. Then again, it's kind of difficult to book Nia and not make her look strong.
Then you sell it.
Sergeant Patuan said they're pushing Lyra to the moon, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. She should be pushed. The only thing is that I think she's weak on the mic. Her matches speak for her, but this current generation of wrestling fans, they don't appreciate those who will cook in the ring but don't necessarily speak very well. All right, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. All right, Sin City Street Fight. Okay. Why did Roxanne Perez main roster call up get canceled? I think probably because they didn't necessarily have an angle for her, but I don't want to say that it's, well, if she's actively been on NXT, then maybe they did indeed cancel it. Sergeant for 5 said, in honor of Nia not being here for a long time, can we see the clip of Nia's My Hole? Oh, say less. Don't got to tell me twice.
Party on a Monday night. Turn this up for my entrance. Hear this sound, you can't miss it. Play this loud for that shawty right there with the big old butt. Drop it down and then get on up. I am a handsome fella, shout out Nikki Bella. You can look but you cannot touch, cause I know what some of y'all just can't take it. She gon' drop it down on that apron. She gon' find the time to just shake it. And you hear the sound that she making.
Can we acknowledge how bad the roast plan is? Yeah, I don't like it as much as Bailey to Belly. I don't like it as much as Bailey to Belly. Who do I have winning? Roman, Seth, Punk match. Who do I think should take the pin? Punk takes the pin. Seth Rollins gets the win. And Rollins gets the win only because Paul Heyman turns on both of his guys. But if a turn doesn't happen, CM Punk. But it'll most likely be Roman. Because let me see, who has the most wins? Most wins in... Undertaker obviously has the most wins. I think Edge should be behind him. Let me see. Who's got the most wins? Oh, Edge and Cena. Roman Reigns has 9. So if Roman wins, he would now tie Edge, Cena, and Triple H for the most wins at WrestleMania. Oh, Rollins has 7. Okay.
Gotcha, bitch.
I think
True_Gemini is now following.
CM Punk winning is cool for the character. Rollins legitimately doesn't need to win. But I think the only way a Seth Rollins win works is if Paul Heyman turns and becomes not becomes heel, he's already a heel, but turns and joins Seth. Punk winning is a feel-good moment after not seeing him in WrestleMania in 12 years. And for him to win in the main event is kind of cool, despite the fact that we all acknowledge Night 2 is the real main event, but that's neither here nor there. If Punk wins, I think Reigns should take the pin rather than Rollins. If Punk wins, Reigns should take the pin. If Rollins wins, you know what? If Rollins wins, Roman should take the pin. If Rollins wins, Roman should take the pin. And if Punk wins, it should be Roman. But if Roman wins, it should be Seth. So if Punk wins, Roman. If Roman wins, Seth. If Seth wins, Roman. Kojo said, yeah, Roman shouldn't pin Rollins. We need to keep that story of Roman never beating Seth. No, I'm saying only if Roman wins. Because, well, then again, you know what? Roman pinning Punk is much more turmoil for Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
because this feud, similar to like Chris Jericho versus Triple H, is primarily about the person who's outside the ring. Just like WrestleMania 2000's main event was about the McMahons more than it was about The Rock, Triple H, Big Show, and Mick Foley. So you know what? If Roman wins, it should be Punk who takes the pin. If Punk wins, it should be Roman. If Rollins wins, it should be Roman. So yeah, I think that's the lineup I'd go with. William giving out gifts. Bro, that WrestleMania 18 match, if you watch it on mute, bro, it's such a mid match. The crowd, shout out to Canada. That's the one time I cannot blame Canada and say they ass. Them boys cheered they ass off to where they made this match a classic. Don't get me wrong, Rock and Hogan were working. But if you watch this match on mute, it don't hit the same. You can make the argument for vast majority of matches. If you watch them on mute, it's like, all right, this is kind of. Because, for example, Punk and Cena, Money in the Bank 2011, watch it on mute. Slightly better than Hogan Rock if you watch it on mute. But it's just not the same feel.
14 grams of crap.
Trey put 2 on and said, oh, Henry.
Then you sell it.
Here comes bisexual Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen. First time chat from Duke. I appreciate you, family. Said, you think it can happen, Mr. Adonis, as far as getting over with ring work instead of promos mic work. You just have to be EO Sky levels of batshit insane to get over that way with pure ring work. Well, situations like that, if you're international, if you will, I think it's a bit more acceptable. If EO Sky was American, I don't think the people would have bought in the way that they buy in because there's a language barrier that's there. There's some times in which international, because you know the language barrier is there, so it's like, all right, yo, they cooking in the ring, they don't need to speak. But if you're American or your predominant language just so happens to be English, it's a little bit more difficult. Oh, damn. Drew McIntyre ain't even let Priest make it to the ring. Homie got hit with a clubbing blow. And he's on the ground. This man got the eye patch on, too. He got legitimate glass in the eye, apparently. I don't know if it's actual kayfabe or if it was a work or a shoot. Oh, damn. Drew is getting his head slammed into the damn wall. Oh, Drew's head is getting slammed to the... Oh, I should say it's Damien's head getting slammed to the damn wall. Brother in pain. Oh, right hand. Oh, Drew McIntyre's having the time of his life. Look at the smile on his face. Sargon Pavavon said, matches I'd put in the Hall of Fame. There's so many. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a complete bad idea for this Hall of Fame, putting matches in the Hall of Fame. It's a complete bad idea. Austin and Hart is a clear-cut Hall of Fame match in any wrestling Hall of Fame, but it's a bad idea because they're gonna start putting quotas, bruh. We're gonna put one match per year. Okay, so what's the ballot system? Because what happens when you start putting certain matches before other ones? Moreover, people are going to start being upset about representation. And now all of a sudden, you having to go throw in makeshift matches into the hall that had no business being there. It's only a matter of time because you know how this works. You know how this works. So, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Drew McIntyre cutting a promo here. I guess Son is upset with, he's been incredibly upset with Damien, but I'm very curious if he actually got glass in his eye. Oh, he really did get glass in the eye. Well, shit. I guess, is he waiting for a verdict? Because it's going to be a street fight at Mania. He kind of looked hilarious with this eye patch. I'm not going to hold you. He looks hilarious with that with that eye patch. They're mimicking the UFC. Yeah, they definitely are. They definitely are. They got it from Endeavor. Oh, Drew said he's going to give him a beating of a lifetime. Okay. He said, you took out my eye. What is he going to do to him? Oh, wait a minute. What the? Oh, maybe nothing's wrong with his eye? Oh, Wolverine got good. Okay. He going to take off the eye patch. Yup. He going to take off the eye patch. Yup. He said the eye's perfectly fine. Yep, Drew can see now. Yeah, Drew can see now. Damien's in trouble. Damien's in trouble. But then, oh, wait, Damian Priest just came back out again. Oh, Lord, they about to crash out. Damn, Damien. First off, he got them bell-bottom pants on. He about to fight. Oh, damn, Damien's sprinting in them bad jeans. Oh, they crashing out. Damn, they fighting in the middle of the ring. Oh, I should say outside the ring. Damn. Damien's got him inside the ring. Now Drew's in trouble. All kinds of hand. Now I guess Drew don't got to ease up on trying to hit him in the eye. Big clubbing goddamn lariat there from Damian Priest taking down Drew McIntyre. Corner stinger splash. And he just hit him with a clothesline. Out goes McIntyre. The Scottish man is outside the ring, and the Boricua is going to town on him. Who the hell got this blow-up photo of their baby? Look at the front row. Somebody got a blow-up photo of their baby in the front row. Whose child is this? Whose child is this? Oh, mate, that might be him. That'd be a stereotype if I ever seen one. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. You know it's on site, but homie can see now. Oh, Drew McIntyre got the top stairs. He's got, oh, wait a minute. Hold on, JB Normal, move out the way. Ah, shit. Damian Priest got hit with the stairs. It's over now. Damian Priest done got hit with the stairs. Ah, he's laid out. Motherfucker planking. Oh, no, he's moving now. He's moving now. Drew McIntyre enjoying what he's doing. Referees trying to hold him back. Who's this person in the front row with this giant blown up photo of themselves as a child? Or maybe it's the referee. It could be. That's racist. That's racist. It could be his child, or it's a referee. Or it's a referee. Well, whatever the case may be. Oh Lord, McIntyre's got him. McIntyre's got Drew. He's got Priest up again. Whoa. Future Shock DDT. He might hit him on the stairs. Future Shock DDT. He might hit him on the stairs. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Future Shock DDT on top of the stairs. Drew McIntyre might have just killed Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre don't even care about the pain to his back, bro. He don't even care about the pain to his back, bro. That's insane. Oh, look at his eyes. Look at Damian Priest's eyes. Look at Damian Priest's eyes. This man's eyes wide open. And look at the blood on Drew McIntyre's hand. Look at the blood on Drew McIntyre's hand, bro. He just ripped off the chain from this man's chest. And he's got McIntyre looking like a king on top of them stairs. Because Damian Priest's back is in peril. Bisexual Undertaker is down. Bisexual Undertaker is down. Bisexual Undertaker is down.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Wait a minute. DIY, Pretty Deadly, having a segment together again? I thought they was going to have a match. Why they talking buddy-buddy like they buddies? Why they having a conversation? I'm confused. I thought they had beef. Yes, sir. Keep Talib challenge. Them boys lost. I don't know why. Pretty zesty. Whoa. Zesty Rock and Roll Express. Hold on now. They ain't on that level yet. More like a Billy and Chuck. Matt said, is Benoit in the Hall of Fame? He'll never go to the Hall of Fame. Should he be in the Hall of Fame? Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame? Absolutely. If you keep it just about the wrestling, there's not a Hall of Fame that would not have Chris Benoit in there. But you know they have to factor in the fact that, hey, man, you went senile and took out your family. But since I was young, I've always extended a bit of grace only because he became something that he ultimately wasn't. And with the furthering research of what we've seen with CTE. Now, granted, Benoit is one of the very few who have went and took somebody else out outside of themselves. But given the advancing research that you have on CTE, knowing that he's had the brain of an 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient, all of these different things, the constant blows to the head, and it's verifiable fucking evidence. I'm not forgiving son for what it is that he done did, but I could look at it and say, it's not the same dude who was there in 2004. Not the same dude who was there in 2005. Yeah, but Hernandez took other people out simply because, he was affiliated. Gang. It wasn't necessarily because of CTE. He took himself out to try to get that insurance money for the family, I believe. Oh, Lord. There's still a stable? Get Legado del Fantasma up out of here. Nobody wants to see Santos, bro. Get Santos out of here. Yeah, Ray Phoenix about to cook. Yeah, grief and CTE. I loved what David Benoit's son had said. Yo, if you just, and Roid Raid, like that's just you doing too much. Hell, but Eddie had that as well. But I don't like what they doing with Santos. Ray Phoenix, Andrade, they about to just cook Legado. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, Santos saying Angel got to stay back. Yeah, Humberto versus Ray Phoenix. Humberto's about to get cooked. Humberto about to get cooked. Humberto about to get cooked. Humberto about to get cooked. Eddie's death also broke something in him too. Absolutely. Angel looking at Santos like, why are you touching me? Exactly. It's only a matter of time before they go and turn on Santos, and they should. Every time Santos talk, Humberto and Angel should look at him like,
Shut up, bitch!
there should be no reason why this man is speaking, bro. None whatsoever. Nobody trying to listen to Santos. Ain't nobody tuned into the show to say, yo, man, I can't wait to hear from Santos Escobar. Santos just a manager at this point. I'm shocked that man is 40, bro. I had no clue he was that old. Santos just be released already? No, I don't know about released, but they just got to figure out what it is that they want to do. When they had him turn on the LWO, I thought, all right, cool. Yo, we going somewhere. Instead, whole lot of nothing. Every time I see Santos, it's like he was in the damn studio with LeBron. Why is that so ass? I say
Santos Escobar
is the reason why.
Santos Escobar
Doing a whole lot of nothing.
Santos Escobar
Wasting our time. Oh, man. And we have to wait one more minute till we come back. Carlito too. Yeah, you got to pack up Carlito because they pretty much just wasted his entire return. Mans came back to help out Bad Bunny, only to essentially just do nothing. Yeah, the spear Carlito took was crazy. In fact, boom! That might be top 5. Well, actually, no, I don't even say it might be. That's top 5 spear all time. How many other spears you got? Shit. Bronze spear on Carlito and bronze spear on Speed. Probably top 5 spears all time. I don't want to count the gore because the gore is in a whole different category. But Nunzio getting speared, Christian getting speared. Those 2 spears, and then I don't want to count Edge and Jeff Hardy from up top, only because that was like more of an aerial kind of spear. And then maybe Goldberg on Dolph Ziggler. That was a great spear as well. If I was to put together a top 5 spear, those would probably be my top 5 spears. Primo Epico still wrestling? Wow. Buddy Murphy did take a nice spear against Roman. But Braun, Goldberg, and of course, Rhino split people in half. You got to, like, the spear is supposed to look like you're splitting somebody in half. The Usos, Roman, Big Show, Charlotte, whenever they do the spear, it's a flying hug. Bobby Lashley, when he was younger, him and Batista would try to run through somebody. Hell, Edge, I never really liked Edge spear, to be honest with you. Because Edge's spear, it's as if he stopped halfway. I think one of Edge's best spears was when he hit Cena at One Night Stand with the motorcycle helmet on. But for the most part, Edge will run. When he contacts you, it's like he gently brings you to the ground. It's a very weird looking spear. Because he goes and he hits you, but then it's as if his knees, I don't want to say his knees hit, but it looks weird. It's like a body, like he's catching you. It looks odd. Edge's spear looks like he's trying to prevent an injury when he's doing it. But it's better than Big Show. And Lashley's roll through is cool. I've always thought that was cool. But when he really tries to run through you, Lashley has a good spear. But there's a lot of times in which he does a safe variation. I think now it's become more the norm. Because it's almost like he's not even really spearing somebody no more. He's just running towards you and then he's rolling. Reigns spears a tackle. It's like a flying hug, a flying tackle. All right, here comes Rey Fenix now. They both got their own saying. With Penta, it's the whole zero fear. With Phoenix, what is it? It's Amino. Animo. Reigns should drive by more. Yeah, he should bring the drive by back. Do much more of that. Yeah, Berto's getting cooked. Classic Man Q said you're late. What did you miss so far? Not much. Women's tag team gauntlet, in which we have Lyra and Bayley challenging against Liv and Raquel in the main event. Phoenix's insurance is a giant epilepsy warning. You know what? You absolutely right. Let me check on the neighbor Adonis. Let me check on the unknown Adonis. All right, let me see if Son responds because I know he's not in the chat right now. Just got to make sure Son is all right. What would I rate the show so far? You'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. The women's match was great, but I'm at about like a 5. It's an average SmackDown. It's an average SmackDown thus far. Berto about to get cooked. This shouldn't be a 2-segment match because Berto's giving you no reason to believe that he's able to go and hang with people. I saw people on Twitter talking about 205 Live, right? And they were reminiscing on 205 Live and how they had better matches than those on Raw. They 100% did. But the biggest mistake that Vince did was create 205 Live. Should have just left the cruiserweights having matches there. Don't make no purple ropes, cruiserweight segment. No, don't separate it. Just let them have their division on the main show. You got a 3-hour show. There's no way you're telling me you can't fit them onto the doggone show. But it failed because you tried to make it its own niche thing. That's why it wouldn't work. Just like I said, if you was to give the women their own show, it's not going to work. Because you're going to have a niche audience, and then all of a sudden, the ratings is not hitting the way it's supposed to because you don't got the totality of the full roster. 205 Live was never going to survive. Because despite putting on banger matches, unless you're a super wrestling fan, you don't know everybody who's on the roster. And you're almost unwilling to learn everybody on the roster. And the mere fact that it came on the network after Raw, so you telling me I gotta turn off my television, go to my streaming service, then go watch a show over here? I'm going to sleep. Go to commercial break. Humberto got the offensive right now on Rey Fenix. Cruiserweight division should have stayed on either NXT or SmackDown, possibly bring back the title. Well, if they got a 3-hour show, they should put it on the show that's 3 hours. They should put it on the show that's 3 hours. Sargon had put 2 on it, said, why did they make DIY heel? Because they tried to see if they can, leverage the friendship of Johnny Gargano and MCMG and make that a moment. And they did, but they weren't good at being a heel as a team. Tommaso can be a heel. Gargano can't because he's Johnny Same Face. Shout out to Jim Cornette. MLK put 5 on and said Seth pinning Roman and Heyman joining Seth would create a significant character change in Roman because he no longer has the brain to his brawn. 100%. Now, I think ultimately what would have to happen there is Roman could low-key end up going on a losing streak without Paul. Because if you have a situation where Paul now aligns with Seth and Roman, is able to still get W's as if Paul didn't necessarily play that large of a role, I think it diminishes, Paul Heyman's presence. So if it's a situation where Roman beats Seth and then just essentially loses big match after big match, because he's only going to wrestle like 8 times in the year, if at that, maybe more towards 7. If he loses and loses and loses, now that only elevates Paul Heyman even more. So I think that's a possibility. Josh Jones in the building. My guy, how is it going? How's it going? The stream's favorite musician in the building. Or would it be categorized as a musician? Because I don't know if there's, given the instruments that you play, is there a different definition for your line of work? I would assume musician, but I always put everything under that umbrella. I am doing well. Running a marathon on Sunday. I am an insane human being. Because everybody I ran into today, when they went to go pick up their bibs, and I went to go pick up my bib, I didn't see a single person who said, yeah, I'm running the full marathon. Everybody, yeah, I'm doing the half. I'm doing the half. All right. The Dream Patrick Clark is still wrestling, by the way. Oh, good for him. I had such high hopes for that man.
Great scene here in Seattle, Climate Pledge Arena. Of course, next week it'll be Smackdown in Vegas the night before.
About to tear both quads is crazy. But legitimately, tonight and then all of tomorrow, I'm legit stretching and loosening my muscles in preparation for Sunday. Because when I ran the half marathon on the 23rd of March, 23rd, 24th, I didn't stretch prior. My body was in peril. So my mind is prepared. I just got to make sure my body is as well. Did I hear Charlotte jump Tiffany in the parking lot? Yeah. Sis Adonis sent me a video, but we'll see. Did I stretch in the sauna again? Of course. 100%. All right. Why did Charlotte jump Tiffany? Why would she not jump Tiffany? Tiffany made it personal. Oh, Ray Phoenix off the top ropes, dropping the feet on the back of Berto. Grizzly Burn, put 10 on it. Says Santos was apparently something special as El Hilo del Fantasma, though. I only knew him as King Cuerno from Lucha Underdog. He was King Cuerno? I'll be damned. I didn't know that. Lucha royalty, sad to see them do nothing with him. I didn't know he was King Cuerno. Well, what do you know? Lucha Underground literally didn't have a single bad match, bro. Lucha Underground did not have a single bad match. They were cooking for 1 hour of their television show. They were cooking. I watched season 1, 2, and 3, and then it just became way too much wrestling to keep up with. Why do older wrestling fans hate seeing flips so much? Because it's overdone now. It's overdone now. Like, legitimately, every wrestler can do flips to a degree. And matches, it's similar to how most folks, the slap the leg thing. So you start seeing a bunch of super kicks. Now it's, okay. 20 years ago, you started seeing some flips. They were like, whoa, we never seen this before. Now you got 25 some years of seeing flips. It's all right. Somebody hits a shooting star press 20 years ago. Yo. Now, if you watch through the indies to, other promotions or whatever, it's, oh, okay. Maybe not so much shooting star press because not a bunch of people doing that shit. But 450 splash maybe because a ton of people doing that shit. Sit down, powerbomb, kick out Phoenix. We need more middle drop kicks. Agreed. Evan Bourne used to have folks losing it. That's a fact. Even who used to have that Neville with that I forget the name of his finish. Bro, it was only 10 years ago, but every time that man hit that shit, like, yo, what the fuck? How does he even do that shit? Yeah, Red Arrow. Oh my God, that move was sexy. Sargon for 5 says Charlotte, the only person that makes a miniskirt look bad. The wrong person wrote that. Damn. She certainly does. I ain't somebody gonna lie about it. Bro, these fucking luchadors cooking, bro. Oh, look at Ray Phoenix hitting a 619 on vacant. Neville, Justin Gabriel, Evan Vogt from Real High Flyers. That's a fact. Yo, Phoenix is spectacular, bro. Body control is out of this. Oh, my God. Berto with a beautiful sit-down powerbomb. Berto actually putting on a good match right now. I mean, I'm not shocked that it's a good match from Berto, but I expected this to be one segment. Duke said, funny enough, you can still do flips. You just have to manage it with arm drags. But there aren't a lot of Ricky Steamboats running around, making it believable, though. I just want more arm drags in general. You're absolutely correct. We need more arm drags. Maybe not so many wrist locks. Shout out to Wrestling Bios. Davey Boy Smith wrist locks. But there's not, and I think the biggest issue with the flips is there's a lack of psychology. Oh my God, this man just ran across the rope and booted Berto in the face. Booted Berto in the face again. Ray Phoenix is a master of the damn ropes, bro. What the hell's going on? Whoa, Muscle Buster. Oh. Nope. He's got that Muscle Buster. Put him to sleep. Hit him with that MMB. Muscle Buster. Put that man to sleep. Oh, did he just hug the referee? He just hugged the fucking referee. That's got to be some sort of. I wouldn't have done that if you're talent. Some people can feel as if there's a level of collusion, but you know he's excited and happy to be in the building. But yeah, Duke, that's the biggest issue. It's like there's a lack of fluidity in the psychology of the wrestling. It almost becomes gymnastics. You got folks going through a sequence, the whole all right, and then oh wait a minute, Santos is here. He about to attack Berto. He's about to attack Berto. He's going to attack Berto right now. Santos pulled up and they in the ring. They not doing this segment backstage. He about to attack Berto right now. Or maybe Berto and Angel is going to attack Santos. He's going to shake Ray Phoenix's hand. Oh, wait, is he trying to recruit? They better not try to set this up as a Mania situation. Angel is still on the apron. Oh, Berto didn't want to shake his hand. Berto didn't want to shake his hand. And Angel left as well. Look at Santos trying to force a friendship. Santos trying to force a friendship. Bro, they got to beat up Santos, bro. They got to beat up Santos. He trying to recruit this man. It's not going to work out. Boo Byron Saxton. That's a great suit. But boo Byron Saxton. Turning Santos' face, it wouldn't even work because it's not going to move the needle. Oh, wow. What do you know? Here's Roxanne. Damn, she's short. Wait a minute. Roxanne said Tiffany can't handle the pressure. Oh, Tiffany versus Roxanne tonight? Please set it up. Please set it up. Next week. Oh, tonight. Tiffany Stratton versus Roxanne.
I'll think about it. In the meantime, cool off.
Okay. Sergeant P5 said, oh yeah, Roxanne, time for Tamatonga mode. Stiffy time, oh my.
Then you sell it.
Oh. Shit. That ain't working. Didn't they say Tiffany was sent home? What happened? I guess not. Tiffany Stratton, WWE Sabrina Carpenter. Ain't that the truth? Byron's tie and handkerchief throwing you off. Yeah, it's a good suit. I don't know about everything else that he put together. Could have wore a different suit and handkerchief, indeed. All this isn't happy at all. Indeed, he's not. All this needs to go and get the bat. That's what he needs. All this needs to go and get the bat. Every single week, somebody doing something stupid, he need to go get the bat and hit somebody. That's what Nick Aldis need to do. All this not having a good time. Damn, they done went to a commercial break. I wonder if we're going to get a segment. Probably not. Probably not. In the meantime, hold on, wait a minute. Let me see if I can get a dancing LeBron as I run to the bathroom. All right, LeBron, dance for a minute and a half. Enough of that. Average Arthur said on phone them grave is crazy. Had to go get my chicken. On BD. What's going on over here? Folks been listening to King Vaughn? Don't let FBG Butter get up in here. I was watching too much Trap Lord Ross. I don't know who these people are before I got onto the internet. Kojo said on folks and them. Oh boy. Slang is so funny. Because when you hear it, you're like, did you just say? Did I see Cody will talk his boring tonight? Well, I think he has to sell it. And apparently they announced Cena will be on SmackDown next week. Finally, right? Benoit and them is crazy. Lone Wolf said, how to increase viewership on Twitch? Shit, I'm the wrong person to ask because I couldn't tell you. I would just assume consistency. I'm still on Twitch, new to Twitch as well. Oh, here we go. A background video between Punk and Heyman. Best friend of Paul Heyman, CM Punk. Bathtub on the street. Shit. Duke said you're 32. Your sister has to keep you up to date on slang. You tell me to use this new slang in a sentence and I'm a goner. See y'all in heaven. Yeah, I can't keep up. It's crazy how when we was young and we was saying, man, the old heads can't keep up with the with the slang. Now we the old heads. Oh, Alejandro going in on folks in them. Oh, wow. This is back from 2012. And you know how big of friends they are. I hope they played the actual promo where Paul Heyman said he'll walk CM Punk down the aisle. CM Punk has to do the Pepsi plunge on somebody at Mania. I agree. Punk was really WWE champion the entire 2012 calendar year. Yup. Champion the entire year, even though he had to wrestle Ryback. But he was champ the whole year. And turned heel during that year. Went from a face champion to a heel champion. It's not often that you get that. Usually with the heel turn, you're not a champion. 434 days. Oh, that's a good promo package right there. That's a good promo package right there. And remember, Paul Heyman accepted the whatever the favor was before he even heard it. Ted Wilson said, let's face it, Vince didn't like Punk. That's why he left WWE at the time. Yeah, there was just overgrowing frustration. Oh, wait a minute. Chelsea Green fully dressed up. But what the hell? Zelina done found her, and now Chelsea ain't got no backup. Zelina about to get cooked regardless. Zelina gonna cook her. Yeah, this music is kind of ass. I'm not gonna hold you. They're gonna debut a new Slagent probably. They're gonna debut another Slagent. Is it the US Championship on the line? Oh, no, it's just a regular non-title match. You can see it. Turning heel to keep your championship should be more of a thing. I agree. I agree. They got to figure out a way to work in Carmelo Hayes for something. Yeah, Carmelo ain't doing nothing but promoting t-shirts for WWE shop and shit. Zelina played AJ in a movie and still taking L's. Yeah, she is. Because they legit didn't give her a chance to actually go and talk. Only when she was alongside Andrade did she speak. Once Andrade left the company and Zelina was still there, give her the damn mic and let her go and talk, but that ain't the case. Every week, the IWC wants a fave to turn heel. The problem is somebody mess around and they turn heel. Okay, cool. Who is the cannon fodder of a face that you're going to feed to him? Because I think a lot of people in the IWC have absolutely no idea of what it means when you turn somebody heel and you want their heel run to be something prominent. Okay, cool, you turn heel. You start beating on somebody who nobody gives a shit about, your heel run's not really going to mean too much. All right, cool, now they have you in a feud against somebody prominent. If we're immediately putting the title on you, well, now you're going to need to go and have good segments and take on other people who matter. But then at the same time, the people who matter, you're going to need them to go and take L's because it's very difficult to have a big-time heel run where the person who just turned heel takes L's. People be wanting like 6 folks to go and turn heel per show. Not everybody going to be the Big Show. Melo versus Theory would be a dope match. It'd be a cool match, but there's no story, so it wouldn't even matter. It'd be another throwaway match. Like, oh wow, that was cool. And then it's you forget about it the next week. Yeah, if everybody heel, who to face? Sergeant put 5 on and said, oh, Def Rebel cooking. Whip the dumpster on Zelina's theme. You can see Zelina maybe getting pushed, but man, that theme has to change. I agree. Because I'll never forget the Royal Rumble last year. Legit, half of the people in both Rumbles that came out, you wouldn't have known who they were until you looked at the screen. If they didn't plaster their name, it's over. Like, who's coming out? Oh, I know that person. Raw after Mania, if Jay wins, is going to be a yeet fest. Yeah, he got to open the show. If Jay wins, he got to open the show. And I don't believe it's a far-gone conclusion that Jay's going to win the match. Sean put 2 on, said, in your opinion, Roman's heel run was the best thing in WWE? It was. I would argue Roman's championship run as Universal Champion is probably the greatest championship run of all time. All right, here comes Chelsea Green, one-on-one.
14 grams of coke.
You know, ironically enough, I wouldn't mind if Chelsea took a loss here, but I don't think it's wise to, because you want Zelina to actually go and get a W, but I think it's better if Zelina gets a W elsewhere first, builds it up, and then you ultimately get to a point where now she takes on Chelsea. You win in a non-title match to trigger a actual title match. But the same effect can ultimately happen here. That was a Malachi Black teaser. Yeah, it was. Jay and Gunther will open night 1. They should. Matt said, David Arquette, the GOAT. I'm about to block you. You'd say the only blemish was having too many Brock matches and the Demon Finn Balor match, the ending the way that they did. Yeah, those were bad matches. Those are bad matches. The Demon Finn one made no sense at the end. They absolutely screwed that one. Wonder who Jay will bring for his entrance. I hope not Travis Scott. And I think it was Glorilla or what the fuck? Wow. What's going on? What the referee? Count out. Count out. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Shorty got the W by way of count out. Oh, no. God, no. No Sexy Red. Please, no Sexy Red. But she was already on NXT, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did that shit. That's crazy. The ref actually counted Shorty out. I'm shocked. That's crazy. It's not often we see countouts. Oh, now Humberto's about to get kicked out. Or I should say Santos is about to get kicked out. Beat up Santos. You're extremely disappointed. Nobody gives a fuck, Santos.
Let's go find Ray Phoenix so I can congratulate him on a job well done.
So you can congratulate him. Angel, don't go with him. Here comes Andrade. Nope, no Andrade? Wow. No Andrade, I guess. If Jade not main eventing, they should take main event out of his name. They actually should take main event out of his name. I don't know why the fuck they calling the man main event Jey Uso. Granted, he's main evented miscellaneous pay-per-views, but I guess main eventers are truly main eventers if you main event at WrestleMania. Sargent put 5 on and said SmackDown needs to be 2 hours. That match just proves it. That's a fact. Oh, wow. What do you know? Yep, it's Andrade and Humberto. Why they got Andrade talking to Humberto in English? They should have had him speaking in Spanish with subtitles. I always love when they have people wearing sunglasses just so they could take them off. Oh, wow. Damn, they bringing in all the titles? What the fuck? Cody Rhodes coming up here. They bringing in all the titles. What's going on here? They got the 80s title to the Winged Eagle to the big gold, and they're probably going to have the undisputed, then Cena's spinner belt, and then ultimately that 2015 WWE Championship. They're not going to take the Rock's one from 2013. And then ultimately the one that's on his shoulder. This is interesting. Captain Sports said, you may sound like a hater, but you despise Roman. While his run may be the greatest ever, the matches were too predictable because you knew somebody was going to get involved. Moreover, the fact that he manipulated and abused his family, all because Seth put a chair in his back, he want to act like a child hiding behind his family. I think in 2023, after Roman retained, it got very annoying because every match was the same. Like prior to that, his series with Brock was thoroughly entertaining, but there was just so many Brock matches, but it was entertaining, right? Once Solo came to the main roster, and then, because Jimmy and Jay were getting involved here and there, but they were doing their own thing, so it didn't feel overbearing. Solo was the enforcer, right? But it got so overbearing to where you're going into pay-per-views, main events, and you're sitting there like, all right, okay, cool, here we go, build to a crescendo, and here's where Solo, there's Solo, he's getting involved. So that was where it was a problem. Because you can do it here and there, but it felt like now they're on some, our only finish is Solo gets involved, Roman pin, overcome the odds. Like, after Cody got his got stale, Solo kept losing. Jimmy double turned. It just got annoying. Yep. They booked themselves into a hole because they had Roman retain. They wanted Cody to essentially go through hard times. And what they did with Cody was masterful. What they did with Roman and the Bloodline was bad because it was just a matter of delaying the inevitable of them falling apart. And that's ultimately what ended up happening. Legacy said you got a call, so that Brock match at 38 was dog shit. I think if they had the match they had at SummerSlam that year, at WrestleMania 38, bro. Or was it 2020? No, yeah, it wasn't 2023. I don't think that was a SummerSlam match. Maybe it was. I forget. But that was their best match Their final match together was their best match. Sami Zayn did make the Bloodline interesting as well. You need a link? I got you. If you're watching on YouTube, you need a link. Top pin comment. Kojo said, since 40, Cody's run has been stale. The booking for this belt has been annoying. Yeah, it hasn't been interesting until Kevin Owens. They fumbled the AJ Styles feud. They fumbled it. Literally, the I Quit match was cooking up until the ending. The match in France was great, but the build didn't have too much. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes the Naomi promo. She keep calling Jade a snake. Took a rightful place. Oh, I thought she was going to say a rightful place as Bianca's friend. Kind of lesbian obsession. I love the facial work from Naomi. So she's going from this, to feel the glow, to proceed with caution. Oh, shit, Jade on camera. That is a gorgeous woman. Mm-hmm. Bronco said, you tired of this? Proceed with caution. I think she's doing a lot, but I think it works. She's trying to get it over. Oh, the instrumental sound like Death Note. Oh, she said the glow is fading. That's why she got to proceed with caution. Oh, damn. Oh, she said she not a rookie no more. Jade said, I ain't no rookie. And she said that storm is coming, and I'm ready for the storm. Let me tell you something right now. I'd like to be in the eye of the storm. I'd like to be in the eye of that storm. Good promo. W promo. W promo. Captain Sports said, and people said this this ain't WrestleMania worthy. Get the fuck out of here. I agree. I agree. The folks who said it ain't WrestleMania worthy, you tripping. Like, this is actually one of those feuds that should culminate at WrestleMania.
14 grams of
Wait, what's that ending one? I guess they didn't take the other championship. They stayed old school on the. I thought it was all going in order. I guess not. Here comes Cody Rhodes. The WWE champion, always draped in a gorgeous suit. Oh, this is that purple one? Or lavender, if you will. The storyline is predictable for who? Jade and Naomi, or with Cody Rhodes and Cena? Because to be honest with you, for Rhodes and Cena, I'm 100% in on Rhodes retaining. Sargon put 2 on, said, Chiseled, what would I do to Jade? What would I do to Jade? Listen, I don't think we got to talk about what it is that I would do to Jade. All right? We don't need to talk about married women and what would happen if posters, traps, and he appears. The chiseled Adonis is horny. Chiseled Adonis is horny. Yeah! Damn! Ooh, yeah! Are you looking for some wood? I need it! Man.
God damn! I'm on my way! Let's roll, friends!
Who the fuck cleans this?
Something just hit me.
When I get in the proper position, you will suck my meat.
It's time! Bring them to me! I'm gonna give them the almighty stroke.
I'm interested.
See, what you want to do is
We know he has a big black hole.
finger licking good.
Oh, that's that good shit!
Oh! Oh my God, no, this ain't God. This is Stanley Earth.
That's to say the least. To answer your question. But that's neither here nor there. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in the middle of this ring. And he's placed his title at the center. What's the title to the right of the WWE Championship? Is that the original, or is it the one that Bruno held? No, I think the blue one was the one that, because I can't see that one clearly. The far right title, I can't see that one clearly. WCW? WWF? WWWF. I mean, he's going to tell us the history lesson momentarily, but the blue one is the one that Bruno held, and the one on the left is the to the spinner is the Hogan belt. Oh, the one on the okay. What, the one on the left of the spinner belt? No, the one on the left of the spinner belt is just the Undisputed Championship from 2002, isn't it? I love how the United States just pretty much stole the European chant for Cody Rhodes. They just stole that shit. They just stole that shit. Oh, now the crowd got some noise. Where was this energy earlier in the show? That's some bad shoes on Cody, though. Man's out there looking like Sonic or Knuckles. All right. Let's see here. He's breaking down all the belts. U.S. crowds are wishy-washy.
I'm blessed to be able to carry this and its mighty weight, but it won't always be me. That's what this has become. That's what Wrestlemania has turned into.
By the way, Cody has to mention The Rock as well.
It's about our right to keep this at home.
I hate the fact that we haven't seen The Rock.
About the next 20 champions, whether that's Shawn's NXT kids watching WrestleMania in Tinley, our ID prospects. Maybe there's a young man in Seattle tonight that wants to grow up and wear this as WWE champion. It's about the next 20 champions.
Chicago made Tiffy and Charlotte interesting.
Trying to take all that away.
We need The Rock. Facts. We need The Rock. We need The Rock. Rock got to run a fade for his absence. That's a fact. Send in Aaron the Plumber for The Rock. In a real way. We got to send in Aaron the Plumber for The Rock and his absence during the biggest, supposed to be the biggest angle of this WrestleMania. Where is The Rock? Nowhere to be found. Aaron the Plumber needs to get him together in a real way. Ooh-ski, he needs to be done. Calling your Brodusky, Aaron the Plumber. What it do, Ski? Put your hands on The Rock. That dude got his own lingo, bro. If you go to Aaron the Plumber's Instagram, I promise you, you're going to be laughing. I don't know if that man is a comedian or not. He should consider it. This dude got his own fucking lingo. All right, here we go. So what if you're a common fan?
For the same reason that I wear this suit, it's not because I think I'm somebody, it's because I want to be somebody.
All right, he starts with the blue belt.
Sell out the world's most famous arena 188 times to the rhythmic chants of his own name. Is that somebody who can sit up each and every night, even with broken ribs, and become WWE's phenom? Is that somebody
Oh, that's a take? That's Undertaker.
with Latino heat?
Oh, yeah, that is yeah. That is the Undisputed Championship. I knew it was. Oh, there's the Eddie chance. I can't even hold you. When I look at the Undisputed Championship, it is Eddie that comes to mind. It's Eddie or Brock. Cody got some bowling shoes on. Facts.
Considers it a bad thing. I don't. I see it as a man who is trying to break the wheel, a man who is trying to find himself. Does that sound familiar? John, you've told me that I don't know who I am, that I don't present myself authentically. Here's what I do know, John. I'm the WWE champion,
Uh-huh.
and you are not.
Cody is correct. He is the WWE champion, and John is not. That is true.
John is always teaching. John is always preaching. Perhaps this is the one time in my life that I can teach John Cena a lesson I saw my old man.
You got to take them shoes off, bro.
Career babyface, and it's very simple.
JBL held that one the longest. Yes. JBL held the Undisputed Championship the longest. I think Brock is the next closest one to him.
That has CM Punk, Randy Orton, Jey Uso, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, just to name a few. We make each other better.
For you, it's JBL. JBL comes second to me.
But it's in my nature
Well, third.
that I have to halt history
Eddie, Brock, JBL.
Setting title win so that we can have history here in the first place.
The Tundra said you hated JBL's run. When I was a kid, I hated JBL. But now, as an adult looking back, bro, absolutely loved every second of it.
Then you sell it.
Sergeant Batuan said underrated title runs, AJ Styles. I don't know if people rate it amongst the greatest of all time, but they should. Okay, Cody, get to it.
And when it does, and this is over, I leave you to this ring, John, to have your moment to say goodbye.
It will be Cena's last WrestleMania.
For me to tell John, your time is up. My time is now. But John, you've known your time is up for quite some time, and that's why you did what you did. And one day, my time will be up soon. But until then, this is timeless. And this
Oh, is that going to be the official theme song of their match, Timeless?
stays with us.
Wait, that's it for the promo? That's it for the promo? What the hell? That's it? He didn't even address all the belts. Is there a time crunch? We got 50 more minutes. What the hell? This was a history lesson, barely. I feel like I got cheated. I thought I was looking forward to a 15-minute promo classic. What the hell? That was like 6 minutes. He didn't even really go in depth. Some bitches was just there. They were just there kind of on display. He didn't even really... That shit was kind of weak, bro. I'm a little confused here. But I thought he was going to go in depth about the importance of all the different championships and the champions that held each of those titles. Talk about the struggles that they had to go through. Talk about the hurdles that they had to endure. Talk about Bruno and his upbringing. About how his mother had to go up and down the mountain to go and feed him. Having to overcome adversity before even making it into the business. Then holding the title for 8 years. Losing it because of injuries to his damn back. Then coming back and holding the title again for over 2,000 days. Or maybe you could go and talk about that Winged Eagle Championship. Talk about the ups and downs of what it took for Bret Hart and the new generation, where they were battling against WCW and then against the beginning of the Monday Night War. Not just Undertaker, but also Shawn Michaels, also Bret Hart. You don't got to talk about the Psycho Sids and the Diesels and everything, because those guys went over, to WCW. Maybe not so much. You could probably mention Psycho Sid, but you could talk about those guys with the Winged Eagle. Then you could get into the Attitude Era with Austin, with The Rock, who was there when they turned on you, Triple H, who's running the show in the back, all of these different guys. Then you get to the new generation with the Angles and the Eddie Guerrero, or I shouldn't say the Ruthless Aggression, with the Angles and we can't mention Brock, but the Eddie Guerreros and the JBLs. Of course, you could talk about the spinner belt. That's synonymous with John Cena, but damn, you could have... Bro, what? Nonetheless, it's the tag team champions here. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. Whoa, IWC Glazers. Miz? Oh, come on. Road Warrior, let's talk about the Miz.
Is the SmackDown tag division being headed by you two? No. Let me cook.
This man Miz said, "Let me cook." They need 10s on both shows, or this will go down as one of the worst WrestleMania builds of all time. Facts.
Then you sell it.
Carmelo Hayes is nowhere near a one-on-one, especially a one-of-one, especially with the way he's been booked. Awesome. Ain't nobody checking for Miz and Carmelo Hayes. All right, here we go. Roxanne taking on Tiffany Stratton. Bro, Tiffany's the champion. Why is she coming out first? NBA Live, but 2-1 said, if I was a wrestler, would I want to be a heel or no? I'd want to be a heel. I'd want to be a heel first before I'm a face. Because I could legitimately piss motherfuckers off. Not just grabbing, not just grabbing people's signs and shit. Not only are we cutting promos on the wrestlers, we're involving the crowd into it. You sit front row, I'm not just going, go and roast somebody, but we'll have a situation where I'm going to talk to you maybe during the match. Maybe I'm going to do dastardly things. Maybe I'll grab your drink and I'll throw it into the opponent's face or something like that. I'll do things in no title matches that won't necessarily get me DQ'd, but it'll be underhanded tactics. But not only be a ruthless kind of heel, also be an entertaining heel. I'd want to have two different sides. Because more often than not, they'll have entertaining heels that are funny and things of that nature, but then they don't have that extra gear, or they kind of keep that to the side. I'd want to either be able to, make people laugh and have a good time and then go unhinged. But when I go unhinged, I'm staying there. Like what Orton does when he's a heel. Like when Orton's a heel, Orton's not joking. He ain't laughing, bro. He out there on business. At least the 09 Orton. I think when he was heel in 2014, 2013, 2014, it wasn't necessarily at the peak. Like they tried immensely, but then people didn't necessarily want to boo Orton. They were booing the Authority. But I'd want to be a heel first, because I feel like if you're a face straight out the gate, you got to work twice as hard. It's easier to get somebody to boo you than to get them to cheer you. If I was to try to get motherfuckers to cheer me and I was a face,
14 grams.
I would have to talk about upbringing, overcoming, adversity, but then also bringing the crowd into it. Find Make-A-Wish children and essentially make them like your token of your promo. And talk about how they overcame to be here. And by proxy of bigging them up, you end up bigging up yourself. It's a cheap way to get over, but just the matches alone won't end up doing it for you. Caveman Austin put 2 on, said Rusev return on Raw after Mania. Do I agree? I think that will most likely what's going to happen. LA Knight lose the title to Jacob Fatu, or maybe Jacob Fatu loses against LA Knight with Solo turning on Jacob. But ultimately, Rusev comes back to challenge for the US Championship. Because I wouldn't put Rusev on Raw. I think of both shows, it's better to put Rusev on SmackDown, but they really need to bring SmackDown back to 2 hours. It's easier to be a face after being a heel too, 100%. What about Bronson Reed? I don't think Bronson Reed's going to be back until, I would hold him off until after SummerSlam. Because that's a big dude coming off of a broken foot. Bro, I'm not rushing you back at all. Did Mickie James confront Randy like you predicted last week? Nah. But he brought up Mickie James' name. He mentioned Mickie James' name. To be fair, Rusev winning the U.S. title would fall on Rusev Day. Indeed, it would. I can't believe they fucked that up. Son got Rusev Day over, and still Vince found a way to fuck it up. Is Tiffany cutting a promo or something? Shorty just standing in the ring. What are we doing? Oh, I guess not. Tiffany or Roxanne, and then straight into the main event. Roxanne Perez, Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, the crowd is dead. I got to wake up early to go to the DMV tomorrow. By the way, for my fellow Americans, if you haven't already renewed your ID to the real ID, for those who like to travel domestically, maybe not so much frequently, but traveling nonetheless, you won't be able to travel with your ID anymore unless it's enhanced to this real ID business. You'll have to carry your passport. So just a word of advice, and I believe it becomes effective immediately next month. So if you haven't already went and got your real ID, go to the DMV. Set up appointments. Bro, it took me a month to get this goddamn appointment. You got to get that star on your shit. Oh, that's what they put on it? Well, there it is. I have 2 IDs. This is going to be the first time in, when did I get the motorcycle license? 2017? This is before my accident. So yeah, 2017. This will be the first time in 8 years I'm only going to have 1 ID. I'm going to ask the DMV if I could get 2. I'm going to ask them if I could get 2. If they mail one to the house, I'm going to be on some, yo, it never came in the mail. Can you send another one so I can have 2 IDs? Because I like keeping one behind my phone and then ultimately keeping one inside my wallet. But the one in my wallet is the DM license. So it has both the driver and motorcycle. And then the other one behind my phone is just a driver's license. But I like having 2 IDs. Justin said, I don't gotta travel. I like where I'm at. Don't tell me about no plane. I don't want to go nowhere. I hear you. Roxanne Perez, Tiffany Stratton. Bro, can the crowd make some noise? Hey, Kayla, Brandon, I don't think y'all still in the chat, but y'all at the show right now. Start cheering and starting up the doggone chants. Get the people into it. Aiden English singing was Rusev Day was cool. Yes, indeed it was. Speaking of renewing, you got to renew your license before your birthday in August. That 6-year period is kind of easy to forget about. 6? I thought it was 8. It's different for different states? Damn. Nonetheless, yeah, just go get that sumbitch renewed, bro, because if you forget, I promise you, it's very funny how life works. Because the moment you forget, that's when some fuck shit happen. You just driving to the store, or maybe you going to go see a family member. You driving no more than 10 minutes. Woo-woo. Routine stop. License and registration. Oh, your license is expired. Now you get a ticket. They get you every time. That's why I always say do shit in advance. My passport expires in March of next year. I'm renewing my shit before the summer. Ain't no way you gonna catch me lacking. Because the worst type of thing is when you wait until you're close to that deadline or expiration. All of a sudden, oh, well, we're closed today, or we're short-staffed, so we have to reschedule your appointment. It's the worst. They're at commercial, by the way, Tiffany and Roxanne working right now. I'll never forget, that fucking pandemic fucked up my goddamn plan for my health insurance. My whole plan was, I bet, second half of my year of 25 years of life, I'm going to every doctor before my health insurance, or I get kicked off of my parents, right? Pandemic happened in March. I had 11 appointments between April and June. All of them canceled. And then the one appointment that was actually able to get rescheduled, they booked it for the day after my birthday. So they sent me a bill. I never paid it. They know how to scheme on you. I should have did it when I was 24. Because I told myself, maybe I should do it now. Nah, you know what? I'll wait till next year. Mistake. So learn from me. NBA Live said, the way I felt about Travis Scott being in the ring is how you feel about Kevin Hart during the All-Star weekend. Get the fuck out. You're not a player. I agree. Duke said, you can scan your, they can scan your license plate to see whether or not your license is about to be or expire. The technology is pretty wild now. No bullshit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. There's a lot of times where they just pull people over just to say, yo, yeah, just to go and check your record to see if you got something to bait you into some shit. I'll never forget. I think I told the story before when I had gotten pulled over, and this was maybe at like 11. I was coming back from church because there was a concert. No. I think it was a party. It was either a concert or it was a party, and I was coming back home from church. It's 11 at night, driving down motherfucking Flatbush. I get pulled over. They do pull me over like, yeah, is your license clean? And it didn't register in my mind what it was that he was talking about. I'm clean. Like, I keep it inside my wallet. I don't really clean my wallet. Man thought I was fucking with him. I legit, it slipped my mind what he meant. Luckily, you know, I didn't give him no reason to get agitated outside of that, of course. And ultimately, he was, all right, yeah, you just be careful, go home, it's late. I'm like, all right, cool. Melvin put 5 on and said, am I going to DreamCon this year? You're dead ass only going or the off chance that you'll get to meet me. I'm still trying to see if I could get a talent badge from them. So right now, it's still 50-50. If I'm not getting a talent badge, I might not pull up. But also it's in Houston, so I could go and link with In the Clutch, so I might. But it's tight right now. So if I don't get a talent badge, I ain't going. But if I get a talent badge, I'll pull up. In NC, it's 4 years before you renew. Jesus Christ. We're coming back from commercial right now. This is a cop straight up asked if you still on probation. You never been incarcerated, sir. Bro, it's like, and you got to be careful. Like, I remember I saw, there was a discussion where people were saying, yo, you know, if you just cooperate, you'll never have any issues. I used to be that naive as well. But there's a lot of times in which they try to talk you into some shit. Like, oh, where you going? Oh, I'm going back to my house. Oh, you're from this neighborhood? Yeah, this had happened in the neighborhood. You know anything about that? Actually, no, I didn't know anything about it. Oh, really? Oh, so you withholding information? And then they just start trying to twist your word. And all it takes is you just say one fucking fucked up thing. You say something that's wrong. All of a sudden, now they'll start trying to bait you to get agitated. And then bam. Because there are some who, in theory, it's supposed to be individuals who are noble who do the job. But there's also nefarious individuals who happen to have taken up the badge. So you have to almost keep a shield up by default. Now, I ain't saying, you know, create a scenario to where, you know, you're being so unresponsive to where now nothing can get done. But you just got to have the blinders up. Or I should say your eyebrows should be elevated, or you should be on alert. Not constantly fearing, you know, death. But, you know. For some of them, it's game. Yeah, 100%. All right, Tiffany and Roxanne back from commercial. Roxanne's got Tiffy on the ropes. This might be Roxanne's first match since what? Before the Chamber? This is Roxanne's first match on the main roster since the Chamber? Oh, Roxanne tried the moonsault. No good. Damien said, what is this match even for? Oh, the match is just a match because Roxanne was backstage talking shit towards Tiffany about how Charlotte beat her up. Edge Griff said NC is 6 years. Source, the license you just looked up because it would have been expired. Well, there it is. Davion said in 2019 you hadn't realized you didn't renew your license until a month after your birthday. You were stunned. Thank God you drove like a model citizen. All right. Oh, Lord. Alabama slam coming. Oh, wait a minute. Was it a swing? Oh, no, it's not. It's a counter from Roxanne. Counter from Tiffany on Roxanne. Kick out. Tilt-a-whirl. Oh. Wait, she brought her down. We got a crossface. It's a crossface. Like a tilt-a-whirl into a crossface. All right. Yeah, I don't know what just happened with the screen. It went gray. Y'all screen went gray as well. Oh, Roxanne tried the same kind of maneuver, but it didn't work out. Tiffany with the counter, and now she's going up. Prettiest moonsault coming. Prettiest moonsault coming. PME. Prettiest moonsault ever. It's over. Roxanne just took that L. Where's Charlotte? We got to see Charlotte now. Charlotte got to come in and attack Tiffany. Charlotte got to come in and attack Tiffany. There it is. There's Charlotte. Wait, what the hell is Charlotte wearing? She got a t-shirt on? Okay, Chanel. Oh, is it Chantel? Nothing but your t-shirt on. Oh, I love the fact that Wade Barrett's trying to hold her back. I love that. When they have former wrestlers that are commentators, I love the fact that they still put themselves in between and don't act like they can't hold somebody back. That's why I hate when they got Jamie Noble, Daivari, Jason Jordan, Finley at the time, Gregory Helms. Gregory Helms. I hate when they all come out and they can't hold somebody back. Bro, you was a wrestler. Primarily when they do it against the women, because there's a strength discrepancy that happens here. Like, bro, come on now. But that joint irks my soul. You were a former wrestler. It's not just now that you ain't wrestling no more, you pussy. Jamie is kind of small, though. I'll give a little, because Rhea Ripley get involved. She might just toss Jamie. She ain't going to toss Jason Jordan. You can't. Jason Jordan shouldn't be somebody who's getting moved. So maybe I'll take that back for Daivari, Gregory Helms, and Jamie Noble. They can get moved. Jason Jordan got some size. You ain't telling me they moving Jason Jordan. Bronco said you hate the fact that men can't hit women, but women can hit men in wrestling. When 2023, when Rhea Ripley was wildin', no, 2022 was when she was wildin'. 2023 is when it was cool. But 2022, when Judgment Day and Rhea was getting involved in all the matches and shit, bro, I hated that shit so much. Rhea getting involved in every single match. Nobody could do anything to her. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. Because you create an impossible scenario for the talent. When is she ever going to get a just desserts? She didn't. You still mad Rhea didn't get the RKO? Neither did I. I should say I didn't get the RKO either. But I'm angry as well. I used the wrong terminology there. Jason got a neck issue, though. Had one. I mean, it's why he's not wrestling, but it's not as if he can't, I don't want to say go out there and fight, per se. It's not like he's catching a DDT from somebody. Sargon said, so Charlotte losing? I hope so. I hope so. Tiff looking weak against Charlotte? She is. They haven't done a good job booking Tiffany strong. That's why her victory, which must happen at WrestleMania, will matter. Because she's the ultimate underdog. Well, I don't want to say ultimate underdog, but she's the underdog. All right, hold on, wait. Y'all talk to the chair. Let me go put this in the damn sink and wash my hands. Y'all talk to the chair. Chair, say something to them. The chair can't speak. If the chair start talking to you, I think you're going senile. Hold on, wait a minute. Talk to him, chair. Y'all talk to the chair.
And 14 grams of crack. Then you sell it.
Fountain Blue is the place to be next week. The official hotel of WrestleMania 41 is going to host the Hall of Fame ceremony on Friday. The Undertaker One Dead Man show. You got the roast of WrestleMania on Sunday. And NXT is going to be there on April 22nd. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster. That Hall of Fame next Friday night, wait, is going to be so special. Oh my God, such a great crew going to be there, of course. Triple H is going to be there. HBK, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman. It goes on and on. The absolute best of the best. The ones we all grew up watching and loving. They're all going to be there. The class of 2025, the Hall of Fame. Can't wait. You can imagine the emotion for some of those who are going to be inducting. I mean, for Taker, obviously a family situation, but HBK and Triple H, that's going to be an extremely special moment. And then come next week, three men with that woven history that intersects again. Since Royal Rumble's drama, the big three headliners of Roman and Seth and Punk, it's been beatings, it's been brawls, contracts and chaos, and then the favorite.
All right, hold on, wait a minute. Get this together. All right, we back now. We back now. Oh! All right. We good. Enough of that. All right. The elemental chair. What is going on, son? Y'all some characters. One said, all hail the elemental chair. Night dude said the chair been smelling like ass its whole life is crazy. All right, no more talking to the chair. I'm back now. No more talking to the chair. All right. Replay of what happened last week with CM Punk. They should induct Mickie James. They should induct Mickie James. It's crazy to me that Mickie James is not in the Hall of Fame. It's absolutely insane. Who has a better chance of winning at WrestleMania? Charlotte or Gunther? I would say Charlotte. I think it's 100% guarantee that Gunther is going to lose. I think it's 100% guarantee that Gunther's going to lose. I have absolutely no faith in Gunther winning. Seth was on Good Morning Football. Oh, he must have been on there with some Bears fans, having a time of his life. Where does Gunther go from here after the loss? Rebounds. He could win the King of the Ring again. He could win the King of the Ring again. Or, although it's not something that would work with his character, at least from right now, you could put him throw his name in the hat for Money in the Bank. I don't think Gunther's somebody who needs the Money in the Bank, but you could throw his name in the hat for the Money in the Bank. Wait, what? War Raiders New Day made it to WrestleMania 2? Oh, they just... Oh, so now we have the actual lineup for everything. Okay. Okay. So LA Knight and Jacob Fatu on night 1. Yep, Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton night 1. Main of I thought he was about to say, okay. Him and Braun should feud after they both lose the belts. I actually wouldn't mind if they feuded without the championship. Interesting. Yeah, the New Day's winning it at Mania. I got no problem if they win it at Mania. So this is interesting. So they just announced, all right, so next week on the Go Home show or even on Raw, just in case they're adding another title match, we can address it on Friday. How do I feel about the Street Profits most likely not wrestling at Mania? I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Raw tag titles on, but not SmackDown is crazy. I would agree. I would agree. Because I believe SmackDown has the better tag division. Duke said you actually watch that. It'd be way to get Kaiser over for real, and then the spinoff into a Gunther Ludwig feud. No titles necessary until they feel like Gunther can move up. I wouldn't mind that. It's going to be a long show even with 2 nights. Yeah, it's about to be like 4.5 hours. Well, maybe not 4.5 hours. 3.5 hours. Actually, no. Maybe 4.5 hours per night. Because last year, WrestleMania, I was there, and it felt like a while, to be honest with you. Like, the first night was cold as fuck. But second night was a bit warmer, but it still felt very long. Pause. Sargaba51 said, you hate how they have CM Punk main event night 1 instead of night 2? If he main evented night 2, Cody and Cena's going first on night 1. Well, last on night 1. It's not happening. Davion said, AJ Styles, please, I beg you, beat the vowels out of LGNPL. I like what you did there. But yeah, mans need to get his ass whipped. I'm glad that you put those consonants over there because it reminds me of Mega Man Battle Network. Because I was playing Mega Man Battle Network 2 today, right? And I've beaten the story. All I'm doing now is collecting the chips because now I've looked at it like, yeah, you know what? Let me see if I could 100% complete this shit. Bro, the rare chips that you can only get if you encounter a particular virus, I searched for an hour and a half. I think it's Otacon, not, from Metal Gear Solid. I find this motherfucker. The 5 chips they give me, none of them I can use. So I'd have to go to a next turn. Next turn come, no fucking chips I can use. So I'm not going to get an S rank. I'm not going to qualify to go and get the chip. I'm Merc Son, I get a level 4 busting. I'm like, oh, you mother. Oh. Pain, bro. Pain. I forgot how difficult it is to 100% complete a game. But granted, I mean, that's why it's 100%. But The amount of hours that you'll lose playing this goddamn game saying, nah, you know what? One more virus, one more virus, one more virus. It's been 8 hours. Legacy said you was there as well. It was cold as fuck. Could barely cheer for shit. Facts. Like the first half of the show, you had energy. By the second half, you're conserving energy to try to keep yourself warm. Because a lot of people underdressed. And to be honest with you, I think there's something about fans of any promotion across numerous different genres. I think folks really don't understand weather, bro. Because if you know you about to be in a set location for 5 hours, it's a bit warmer when you arrive. So let's just say it's about 50 something. You didn't consider it's going to get colder when it gets closer to departure and you outdoors? I saw dudes in a t-shirt just, I didn't know it was going to be that cold. What you talking about? It's not like the cold surprised anybody. We knew. We came bundled up and we still was feeling the cold. You just didn't look at the weather. You just said, fuck it. I'ma pull up. Pneumonia for your bitch ass.
22 years ago, Seattle hosted WrestleMania. Now we're 8 days away, and what a strong night we've had here. Bailey and Lyra will carry Wyatt.
Don't dress for now, dress for later. I would rather be sweating in the earlier afternoon and be warm in the brick evening than to be fair in the afternoon and then freezing in the evening. All right, here we go. This should be the final commercial of the show. We're at the final 12-minute mark, and it's LA Knight and Randy Orton taking on Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. All right, here comes LA Knight. LA Knight, yeah. Ross said, you don't know how people who go to football games without a t-shirt when it's super cold. You low-key gotta like condition your body for that, but folks who be wearing no clothes in negative degree weather. There was a guy who died like after the fact, not at the game, but died after the fact. And a lot of people get really sick. Unless you're wearing Vaseline or that kind of warming gel, or if your body's like accustomed to colder climates and you built up the conditioning in your body to endure that kind of weather, you are setting yourself up for a bad time. Wait, the WWE YouTube channel is currently live streaming bull riding. What? WWE's channel is streaming bull riding. What the hell? Unleash the Beast. What the fuck? What the hell is this? They're bull riding. What does this have to do with WWE? What the? Did they get hacked? Yo, did they get hacked? What's happening? Bro, what the hell's happening? They've been doing that for 3 weeks. TKO owns bull riding. Oh, them motherfuckers is greedy. TKO greedy than a motherfucker. TKO greedy than a motherfucker. They said, I bet, yo, we got 100 million subscribers on YouTube's WWE YouTube channel. Yo, let's just put anything on there. The people will watch. That's insane. That's insane. That's like when somebody buy a YouTube channel and then they start posting their content, like the people who subscribed to the channel before whoever it is that owned it, sold it, didn't tune in for a particular kind of content. Like, all right, cool, I subscribed so I can, what the hell's going, is this a shadow or something wrong with my eye? The hell? Why my eyebrow look like that? Something happened to me? Oh, it must be the shadow. This look crazy. I look like now I can't stop looking at it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let it ride. But that's random as hell. I'm having a stroke. Oh, okay. But Randy Orton, Solo Sikoa, middle of the ring. Oh, damn, power slam already from Randy Orton. Back-to-back power slams. He done caught Tama Tonga now. Vintage Randy Orton coming right now. You already know what's going to come. The DDT, about to drop. Bam, DDT. DDT immediately. DDT immediately. All right, watch. Oh, wait. Tama Tonga immediately came right back in. Samoan drop. Drop kick from Tama Tonga takes out LA Knight. And now Bloodline 2.0 stalking Randy Orton. Wait, we're going to commercial at 10:52? We came back from commercial at 10:47. We going to commercial after 4.5 minutes? Bro, why? Bro, why? It's a full 3-minute commercial. Bro, what? All right. Yeah, they got to get them ads in. Looks like I'm trying to do the people's eyebrow. I can't even do it with this. Can I lift this? When I was a kid, I used to be able to do it. I can't do it no more. I'm trained. Yeah, I only trained one of my eyebrows. When I was young, I could do both, but now it's just this one. I remember there was a kid who I went to high school with. This dude knew how to, I guess, trigger all of the different things in his face, so he can move his nose, he can move his ears. Obviously, move your lips. It's not difficult. But he was able to both eyebrows, move like the forehead without, like he was able to move his forehead without actually like lifting this. He was able to move this over here. Like it was I don't know how to explain it, but he was able to move this over here. Like it was very interesting. Average autism enjoyer. That's an interesting name. Said, would I rather get prison rate? Would I rather get defiled in prison or give 90% of my income to pedos for the rest of my life? What kind of question? What? What scenario is this? What? Get my booty taken against my will or give 90% of my money to people who's diddling children? What? Hell no. Listen, I'm one for answering all questions that are asked, but this ain't one. This ain't one. There's legitimately no better answer, bruh. There's no lesser of two evils. That's so out of left field. Where did that even come from? We back from commercial break in 4 seconds. Yeah, somebody contact the FBI. What part of the game is this? I don't know why Randy on his knees trying to get a tag. Solo and Tama in control. Main event, LA Knight, Randy Orton taking on Solo, Sikoa, Tama Tonga. Keep in mind, Randy Orton does not have a match at WrestleMania. Sorry, put 5 on and say, get that jabroni out of here asking weird-ass questions. Get him out of here. He's got AIDS. Solitaire said, would I play Marvel Rivals? Is it a good game? We're under 4 minutes left to go. Solo trying to choke out Randy Orton. You know that's not going to happen. We're going to see LA Knight drop that man with a BFT. And Tama Tonga is going to take the pin. Because he's pretty much turned into Pin Balor. Dropped his ass. Beautiful suplex. Back suplex, dropped Randy on the surgically repaired back. LA Knight trying to get a tag here. We're at 10:57. We've got 3 minutes left to go. What does Tama Tonga do besides make weird noises? Last week he actually well, I should say he actually said words outside of yeah. He actually said some words. I hate the fact that they keep him saying all that yeah. Because it does away with his ability to actually go and cut promos, so much so that now when people hear him talk, they're, oh, whoa. Oh, LA Knight with a running knee, but Solo, oh, he just caught a neck breaker for his troubles. Neck breaker for his troubles. Up. Elbow! Drop an elbow on his goddamn head. One more time for the one time. Hit him with a elbow! Oh, shit. Samoan spike on LA Knight. Damn. Samoan spike on LA Knight. RKO on Tama Tonga. RKO on Tama Tonga. Oh, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. LA Knight is still down. So what if they end? Oh, wait. Solo just got thrown over the goddamn barricade. Hold on. Wait a minute. Randy's going out to the damn crowd with Solo Sikoa. Oh, Jacob Fatu's about to get involved. Jacob Fatu's about to get involved. Solo and Randy are leaving the fucking ringside. They're fighting in the damn crowd. Oh, Jacob's about to get involved. Wow. No Jacob Fatu. LA Knight was able to just go get the... Wow. I thought Jacob was going to get involved. I guess not. I guess not. Oh, wait. Jacob showed up at... Oh, shit, he's tweaking. Jacob's tweaking. Jacob's tweaking. Man said, I'm going to wait until after the match is done. He already started tweaking. Run it back. He started wiggling. He started wiggling. And now he's staring at that U.S. championship. Oh, LA Knight's in trouble. Ass to the face in the corner. And he's tweaking again. He tweaking again. Oh, Lord. Moonsault from Jacob. Moonsault from Jacob. Moonsault from Jacob. Good God. He beating the holy high hell out of LA Knight, and he's holding up that, oh shit, he just dropped the U.S. Championship again. He's going up. Another moonsault. Another moonsault from Jacob. Oh, Lord, he's tweaking again. Hold on. LA Knight in trouble. Oh, my Lord. LA Knight getting laid to waste. Jacob Fatu pulling up out of nowhere and putting this brother in a blender. God damn. It's crazy how fans boo Jacob, but the moment he starts packing people up, they start cheering for Jacob. Who the hell booed for Jacob? I never saw somebody boo Jacob. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, Jacob's going up again. Jacob's going up again. Moonsault to Thunderstorm. That's the third time. Oh, my Lord. He done moonsaulted on top of him one more time to end the doggone show. What is going on? Jacob Fatu losing his mind. Oh, my Lord. He's wilding out here. Every single time Jacob Fatu hits a maneuver, immediately start tweaking. I knew we couldn't see a SmackDown conclude without Jacob Fatu tweaking. What is wrong with this man? Just start wilding for no reason, unprovoked. Jacob Fatu with the moonsault off the top rope, then immediately following up what he just did to LA Knight with another one. And then another one. And then another one. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. It's getting spooky out here. It's getting spooky out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting spooky out here. Yeah, you're staring at your new United States champion. It will be Jacob Fatu, but he's got to win the match at WrestleMania. Next weekend, WrestleMania 41, where it all begins again. Average Raw. Wasn't anything crazy. Average Raw, to say the least. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But an average Raw, am I going to WrestleMania? No. I'm not. I said Raw. Average SmackDown. I'm tripping. Average SmackDown. It was so average, I done called it Raw. Average SmackDown. I'm drunk. I'm not. But is Solo going to be Randy's opponent at WrestleMania? Possibly. I would hope it was Nick Aldis. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. NXT is wildin' with Trick versus Javon versus Obafemi. Yeah, that's going to cook. That's going to cook. I'm tripping like Jacob? Shit. Damien said, do I feel like the next two shows have to hit to get ready for WrestleMania? Yes, because this WrestleMania build has been weak. This WrestleMania build has indeed been weak. Dreadhead said they shouldn't announce his opponent until the day of Mania. I wouldn't be upset with that either. Similar to what they did with John Cena and The Undertaker, although we all knew it was going to be The Undertaker. But I wouldn't mind if they did it that way as well, to where it's like, oh, Randy doesn't have a match, and then all of a sudden, bam, here comes Randy with a match. Let's hope this WrestleMania can pull off a 31 swerve despite the build, but still cook. Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this has been a fun time tuning in to Friday Night SmackDown. I will not be live again until Monday. Night Raw tomorrow is all about prepping the body for the 26.2 mile marathon this Sunday. Why am I running a marathon? Impulse, ego is why I'm doing it. So we'll see. The goal is just to finish.
Gotcha, Ish the Hookage one is now following.
But if I can finish under 4 hours, that would be great. But the goal is just to finish. So we shall see. Oh, Marvin says, make sure to wear deodorant. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I know from you in experience as a stinky individual, I would love to do everything the opposite. And I'm glad that you are holding me to what it is that I had made the vow, a decree, if you will. When I said everything that Marvin Francois does, the resident Hobbit does, I will do the opposite. So you saying, hey, or I should say, the way I live my life will be opposite of yours. So you telling me to make sure that I go out there and I wear deodorant, I'm glad that you're continuing to support my endeavor and my efforts and the way of life to do everything opposite than what it is that you do. So I will be wearing the deodorant. However, for you, you must go and shower, because when it comes to the credit space, nobody smells worse than you. People come to you to fix their bad credit. Soon, you will have to go to them to fix your bad BO. But that's a different conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. H. Griff said, will I get the 26.2 sticker on my car? I just might. Maybe I will. But I want to rack up medals, so we'll see how that all goes and plays out. But with all that being said, y'all have yourselves a great night, and cheer me on in spirit Sunday morning for that marathon, because best believe I'm going to be running.
Hey there. Faster, faster, faster.
Faster and faster and faster and faster. Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.